Alright, Shadows of the Empire. Copyright 1997. Then 1 year after the N64 version, it drops on PC. I always like that logo.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of a neat logo and neat intro for it.
Yeah. Gets its own crawl and everything. Star Wars Episode 5.5.
Isn't it always a time of crisis?
Yeah, when is it not? A lone freighter has entered the Hoth system. So in this game, Dash Rendar is voiced by John Saigon, who did Luke in the Dark Empire audio dramas, as well as Ulic Qel-Droma in Dark Lords of the Sith. And I kind of knew before I even checked the voice acting cast. I was like, that's John Saigon.
Tell the princess I've got that shipment of assault blasters she's been waiting for.
I didn't listen to those that much, but he doesn't sound. I mean, maybe there's like a similar timbre that I'm just missing because I haven't listened to those other things recently, but I wouldn't be able to tell that that's a dude that also played Luke.
That's the thing. His Luke doesn't sound like Luke. It kind of works as a Dark Empire, Dark Side Luke, but he's not a typical Luke. I think he works better as an Ulic Qel-Droma and Dash.
I'm going to jump into a speeder and help Rogue Group slow them down.
You'll pardon me for saying so, Captain, but it's been quite some time since you've flown an air speeder in combat, and...
Don't get your servos in a twist, pal. Just make sure you collect the money for this load by the time I get back.
Is that super common for people to have blown air speeders in combat?
Yeah, right?
Rogue,
hey, we need help here.
Give our
Jump in.
Time to escape. Take out those Imperial probe droids. Be careful not to shoot our own turrets.
Alright, I gotta get used to the controls, but it should...
Good luck.
It's more or less like Rogue Squadron. Okay. Just gotta figure out the air brake. How to slow down if I need it. Maybe I can't. Oh, shit.
This is a continuation of the games depicting probe droids as battle
security.
Units.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No kidding. Yeah, I remember how mind-blowing this was at the time, seeing this game footage. It was like, wow, we actually... Oh, there we go. Someone else took it out. We actually got the Battle of Hoth looking semi-realistic.
Yeah, yeah.
And the first time I saw it, footage of it, was... I was at a science fiction convention in LA. It was actually just the Los Angeles Sci-Fi Convention. And there was a presentation by Steve Sansweet. This is summer '96. And he was showing some of the special edition footage of like Jabba the Hutt and all the stuff that Lucasfilm was putting together for the next year. And he gave us a tease of this for like a minute, and we were just like, whoa, like, because I think at the time, you know, there was not really any way to see footage of this unless it was released on the news, or if you went to a thing, because like, can't show video on the internet really in 96. It was like, unless it was really like low grade, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So we were all blown away, and I'll never forget that convention. It was just...
Check your fire! Set for position 3. Steady.
see.
Yeah, it occurred to me that Ozzel lied, because if, you know, he says that there's thousands of probe droids scouring systems, and apparently all 1,000 of them came to Hoth.
Yeah, seriously. And how many of these are actually just IG-88? Because, like, I remember in that story, he inserted his personality into probe droids, too.
Yeah, apparently he was everywhere.
He was everywhere. Oh, boy. Now.
Fire harpoon now!
Yeah, how do I do that?
Fire harpoon now!
Oh, gosh.
Boy. Here's the part where... Okay, I figure out the brakes. That's good.
There's no target for the harpoon.
Okay.
There's no fire harpoon. Good shot. Toe cable attached.
Alright. I'm getting there. I think I'm gonna take out the ATSTs first because...
Probably a good idea.
They are shooting me as I do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are bastards.
There's no target for the harpoon. Copy, road leader. I'm on it. Fire harpoon now.
Damn.
Fire harpoon now.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the harpoon, guys. Not yet.
Fire harpoon now.
Oh, man.
Where did
I'm
you
glad I
even
never
fly?
bought this game.
There's no fire harpoon. Good shot. Toe cable attached. Cut to the left. I'll take the leader.
This already seems a bit easier than Rogue Squadron because I feel like the automatic camera angle just worked out better. And
Well,
Cable detached.
I know that in the nowadays the camera has issues on Rogue Squadron.
yeah,
I was constantly wrestling with the tight camera and then swapping back to the more free floating camera because
Yeah.
the free float would just like let you go way too far sometimes. It was like, I don't know, it's some weird bug with modern systems or whatever.
Right.
So that was pretty good though. It stayed tight.
Good
and
job, Rogue
Yeah.
Group. We still need to
This
buy
game
more
doesn't
time
seem
for our
to
transports to escape.
have this
Keep at it.
issue.
buy more time. Okay, more AT-ATs. All right. There we go. It's the same problem as in Rogue Squadron. It's like you want to keep shooting until you
No
can't.
target for the harpoon. Watch it. Next one up.
I don't want to face it. That's the problem. Also, it's too deadly.
Fire harpoon now.
One of these
target
days,
for the harpoon.
someone's gonna make a
Fire harpoon now.
flying game where you can actually fly outside of the border endlessly, and it
You're
won't
too fast.
make you come back.
Like a super sandbox
Yeah,
type game.
Fire harpoon now. Return to battle.
oh, so now it forced me. I thought it was just gonna
Fire harpoon now.
take out this guy.
There's no target for the harpoon. Fire harpoon. Good shot. Toe cable attached.
When I press the button and when it allows me to is
Attack pattern Delta. Go now.
so like off. Like it's like fire harpoon now, and I'm like, I'm pressing it. Why is it not working? And then it suddenly
Cable
clicks.
detached.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
I wonder who's supposed to be your co-pilot.
Yeah, who is Dash's co-pilot? Maybe he doesn't have one, but he needs one for the tow cable, so
Yeah.
some random rebel. LST.
That's a really horrible sound for the lasers.
Oh.
Fire harpoon.
Oh, you mean the
Where did they
lasers?
Yeah, the AT-AT's lasers.
They don't sound
a
right.
horrible sound. No.
It just sounds like a generic video game kind of sound, not like they do in the movie.
Sounds like they modified a cat sound.
Fire harpoon. Good shot. Toki will attack.
Yeah, it's weird.
Cable detached. Coming around.
I guess I'm supposed to still take out the, oh, that worked out. Okay, there he is. It's like the last one. Wow.
It just explodes.
Okay. That's a really great curvature to the shield generators, too.
It's like 3 polygons.
Okay, cool. Challenge points, that's right. Instead of the gold, like things in Rogue Squadron, you get challenge points in this one. Alright, here we go. Pretty cool cutscenes, I gotta say, in this game.
Yeah. Really, really good for the time.
Yeah.
Evo, I'm through messing around out here. Fire up the ship. I'm coming in.
What was he gonna do if those doors are closed? It's like, wow.
Oh, ship.
Okay, there was still a rebel left to be in the hangar bay controls.
The Empire has destroyed the main generator. The shield door to Bay 3 is sealed, and we can't take off. You must activate the 6 emergency generator switches on the lower level to restore power to the shield doors.
6.
I remember the controls on this are a little wonky. It's not as smooth as the Jedi Knight, but it's kind of that concept. And it still looks way better than the Nintendo 64 version. Let's see, there's the Falcon. I guess they're leaving. So who knew that Dash Rendar was still right back there?
Yep. Maybe in the 4K release you can pause and
Right.
look in the hangar.
See his head poking out from behind a crate. Okay, so there's the Ice Wampas. That was actually a deleted scene because that logo.
Yeah, 3PO rips the warning sign up.
I don't know how I'm supposed to open that door, even if I can. But I think I can later. I don't know. Guys in this game consistently have. Dude, why is an E-web with no person shooting me? Thought I was safe. I was gonna say the hit scan is. They always hit you.
Mm-hmm. And it's tough in a game like this when you're. Well, you're playing with a controller or with mouse and keyboard?
Controller.
Okay.
But that's the thing. I don't know what every button does on this.
Right.
Last time I played it was 2016, almost 5 years ago. So. Droids. Oh yeah, there's this little thing. Extra life or challenge point. Okay. Is there anything over here? It's probably just a drop off. Death. Nothing. Okay. What's over here? Nothing. Alright. That was cool. Okay. My blaster doesn't want to go past the little tiny ice column if I stand there. Jeez. Okay. Oh, I see. My blaster has like a recharge. If I shoot it a bunch, it can go down to 0, but then it auto recharges.
Yeah, it's like solar powered.
Yeah.
It's like a little calculator.
Oops. Game does look pretty smooth as far as the motion.
I'd hope so at this point.
Yeah, because every time I see the frame rate on the Nintendo 64 one, I'm just like, it doesn't look good.
Yeah, well, it's probably running at like 30 frames a second, if that. So.
Oh, great. Now here's the part where I gotta figure out.
There's only so many
space
buttons.
Bar.
There you go.
It wasn't even anything on the controller. It was space bar. Oh. Really? Stage complete.
Well, but I don't know. It's weird. It seems like there's like stages within a level.
Okay, yeah.
Because you got to hit those 6
right.
power generators
That's
or whatever.
That's the part that confused me. I'm like, I just thought I was going down a level. I didn't know why I'd say stage complete. Almost seems like some of the sounds kind of remind me of Super Star Wars a little bit. Like that.
Yeah. Well, and that, when you picked up that item, that was definitely,
yeah.
Dark Forces.
Okay, there's jump. Does work, okay.
Or I think Dark Forces. Maybe it was precursor to Jedi Knight.
Right. Alright, probe droid, where are you? I'm just gonna keep going in circles. Enticing. That's how they get you. I'll get that in a second. Okay, I'll get it now. I might have to travel elsewhere. Alright, challenge points. Health. So awkwardly, the way that this camera moves and everything, it's like... It's like those old console games trying to be first-person games in the, in the 90s.
If you thought that modern console ports to PC were bad, you have no idea. Because this is the type of game where you would just as soon just have it be first person with a mouse and a keyboard, for at least for these parts.
Yeah.
You know, and just swap between mouse and keyboard and then a joystick or a, flight stick for the flying parts.
Right.
But
okay, what does this do? Okay, it brings me up here.
I don't know. I guess they either thought you would be playing with a flight stick or with the mouse and a keyboard for
Right.
these parts anyway, because gamepads, and especially good gamepads, were not super common
Yeah.
back then.
Right. All right.
I think maybe Logitech had come out with
Big power has been restored. Find your way to the ship.
their dual. They're all just right there. I think Logitech maybe had come out with their analog gamepad at this point. I don't remember.
It was the late 90s, the first one. Actually, there was probably, knowing LGR, there was probably one in the mid to early 90s from some obscure company, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I like about his channel. He'll pull out some really random electronic item or add-on.
Well, and a lot of times it's just something you maybe saw on the shelf and were like, okay, and then
that was it.
Passed it.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it. But then he's like, obsessing about it and going into deep dives. It's great.
His enthusiasm is infectious, though.
Yeah, yeah.
For basically what amounts to PC crap.
Yeah, literal junk.
Literal junk that. It's all the kind of stuff that, like, me and my dad would just see in thrift store shelves.
Oh, yeah. Well, think about... Okay, I think about this all the time. Worked in IT and my prior jobs and stuff. I would have access to literally hundreds of CRTs, right?
Yeah.
In decent condition. 19, 20, 21-inch CRTs that were it was junk. We were recycling that stuff.
Yeah.
15 years ago when in the transition to LCDs and stuff. Now, with the obsession over CRT gaming, I'd be sitting on a gold mine.
I know.
If I just stored hundreds of CRTs in a
in
a storage unit.
container.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm trying to figure this out. The power generator is separating echo base.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's the glaciers moving.
Yeah, those are pretty fast, but now I see that extra life over there.
I think that's
It's
done.
too late.
No more challenge. No extra life. No challenge point for you.
Yep.
Too busy talking about CRTs.
More important.
But this game, speaking of that stuff, this game, I mean, you're using the GOG version, and GOG will usually play with the files and make it workable on a newer systems.
Yeah.
But there is something to be said to having an old system set up, especially from this time frame of the Windows 98, Windows 95 games, in making them just easier to play.
Yeah.
Because getting some of those games to run the 16-bit, right, 16 or 32, I don't remember. Whatever the heck it was, getting a Windows 98 game to run on Windows 10 64-bit is not especially fun.
I'll tell you what's not fun. And
95 and 98 were, I think, 16 and 32-bit because it ran on top of DOS. I think that's what it was. Anyway, sorry.
What's not fun is running around an ATSD for like the next 20 minutes as I bring him down 1 percentage point at a time.
It really wasn't fun, was it, John?
No, it was not. I'm over ATSTs in video games.
But it's such a good representation, depiction, I should say. So later on, we figured out what we did wrong here. Yeah, when I did a solo playthrough myself after the fact, because I played the rest of the game after these initial levels. And I wanted to get to play these levels myself, so I did it myself, and discovered that indeed you are supposed to just, even if you don't have a better weapon, jump up on those side platforms and shoot it in the head.
Yes.
And it does a lot more damage than.
Yeah, I was influenced by James and Mike Mondays on Cinemassacre, which that was probably the worst idea in the history of ideas, considering how they never look at instruction manuals or
Which
do
is
pre.
funny because in general, there's a lot of times where I'll watch gameplay, I'll watch something, I'll listen to something, and it's really frustrating when all you had to do was look at the manual or look up a
Yeah,
guide. But it's I kind of get it because we didn't do it in this case, and it's kind of because of how our generation, I guess.
yeah, we
Because
just intuitively do stuff a lot of times.
well, I think part of it is, when we would play like NES games and stuff, um, you would you would rent the games and not
Yeah.
not get a manual, so you kind of had to figure stuff out.
Hmm.
Sometimes a manual would be useless. I mean, they wouldn't
Yeah.
have the information you need, and you kind of had to figure it out. Or if it did have the information, it was like a bad translation.
Yeah.
You know?
Or if it, talking about NES games or even Atari games, a lot of early games they weren't that complex, and if you couldn't figure it out by just picking it up and playing it, then it was, it was probably like an RPG or something more complex. But generally, if it was just a simple platformer or a shooter, there wasn't really a need to look at the manual or
Yeah.
anything.
In fact, I mean, it's kind of obvious in hindsight that that's shooting the legs is not how you
Yes.
do it because
And
it's less than
I
a percent.
tried to shoot the head, but what happened is I didn't know how to switch my weapon. It took me
Hmm.
a while to do that, which you saw on the option screen sped up. And eventually, I mean, yeah, you just got to get some good shots because, yeah, the legs just doesn't work.
Well,
And
and I think with your default controls, you didn't have easy strafing set up.
yes,
And
I didn't.
in general, because you were playing on a controller, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yes, and with a controller, I don't know. I don't like strafing with a controller, but
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever been able to on any game. If I do strafe, it's because I'm playing with a keyboard and mouse.
yeah. So getting up on that platform can be really dangerous if you can't strafe back and
Yeah.
forth easily. So
Yeah, exactly. And Shadows of the Empire is a weird hybrid game where it's not a first person shooter per se, and it's not a 3D platformer. It's like this weird combination. So the controls are kind of good on a controller, but then also not in a lot of ways.
well,
So
what they should have done is just make shots to the leg not do any damage, and I think that would have
yeah,
forced
yeah,
people to figure out the proper way. But maybe there's some sadistic reason that they did that to make people suffer through literally 25-minute boss fights.
yeah. 25-minute boss fights, and then 25 years later be PTSD because of it.
Yeah. Well, hey,
Thankfully, every time they hear a walker,
you had to play it. I had to watch it. That
yeah, it's
was
awful.
that was
Be
brutal.
be thankful that this is sped up, for the audience's sake, and they're not sitting through literally 20-25 minutes of torture.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Um, well, next time we'll watch some guides
Yeah,
or
next time, man.
some
Get the
videos and
knife. Get the
figure out
knife.
figure out how it works.
Yeah. Ugh. And this was like, I think, the first decent attempt to show an ATST in a Star Wars game that was
In
like
3D.
in 3D.
Yeah.
Because Jedi Knight did it also, but so I guess this game beat it on N64. It was like late '96. But okay, so it was this version of the game. This is the first 3D
Yeah.
ATST.
Yeah.
Why could they not get it right the first time? They basically ruined what should have been a momentous thing in this game.
Finally. Well, what they should have done is just have a spare tow cable running around, and you pick it up, and
Yeah.
then just wrap its legs, like kind of on a. That would have been funny. and good as like a method for taking out an ATST on foot.
Right.
Why didn't they think of that? All right.
All right, get me out of here.
Now you're gonna go into a room with 2 ATSTs.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can blow up those crates, those red crates. Hit them. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
It's working.
It's working. I can't. Oh, wait.
But you can.
No,
You might
I
be able to
can't.
jump over those. Oh, there you go.
I have to hit the duck button first. So I guess.
All right, what secrets are in there?
Yeah. No.
Oh crap!
I know Wampas are kind of tough too because they take a lot of hits.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what's the trick? I can't remember how to take out a Wampa. Jeez, finally.
There you go.
It's like
You
no
should drop
indication.
some ammo.
Ammo bandolier.
Oh. You gonna go for that challenge point?
I wish it was a free life like in Dark Forces.
You got lots of those.
Ah! Oh well. Okay.
Whatever.
So that's a
All
dead
right, get
end.
out of this room.
Yeah.
That's going back the other way.
Well, I wonder if something else opened up.
Oh no! Come on. This ain't one of them games.
I don't know. I don't remember any other. Because that other way is. These are all dead ends, I think.
Yeah, but if you go, no, the Wampa room was a secret room. You just keep going down that corridor, and then there was some
Oh.
stormtroopers and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's the Outrider. That's right, I get up right inside of it, if I recall. See, make sure there's no other items over here. I like that you can walk around.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that they actually modeled the interior.
It's definitely Corellian. It's got the game board. There's the fresher unit. There we go.
Finally.
Oh,
There you go. Level complete.
I think there's a
So that
sub...
was 2 levels, right?
Well, I think there's a sub level here. Update player data.
So-
there's the asteroid field I got coming up.
Yeah.
So I'll do that, and then I'll take the reins and give them over to you. Let's see. This is like a
I'll
target.
try to avoid the asteroids while you're busy at the gun turret, sir.
Yeah, how about avoiding the Star Destroyer? I'm the one controlling the turret, so I don't know what Lebo is
I wonder if
talking
that's the Avenger.
about. Yeah. I guess I'm controlling Lebo, because, I mean, I'm at the turret, and he's like, I'll control the turrets. Wish Lebo could be a better, or Dash could be a better pilot here. Yeah, this is
Oh boy.
discombobulating.
You gotta take out 51 ties. Oh my gosh.
Oh, good. I can.
What if you could shoot the red asteroid?
There we go. Challenge point.
Oh, challenge point. That was totally worth it.
Okay, shoot it. Jeez. Yeah, this is weird angle. Because it's like the camera's spinning around and I'm moving, so... And then I'm... That's just weird.
Kind of cool for the time.
Yeah.
Certainly a big upgrade from the Rebel Assault games. Because this is kind of the continuation of that.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
And then this was kind of it, right? Like, I don't recall there being any other games that would mix ground combat with flying.
Everything was kind of like one or the other. Come on. If the ties could just blow up in one hit, that'd be great, but I gotta like stick on each one.
Do you think the Empire would actually like commit this many forces to take out Dash Rendar when Vader's trying to go after the Falcon?
Yeah.
You know? That's why they only had like 4 TIE fighters go after the Falcon.
Right.
Because the other 60
I
were
can see
going
Vader
after
is
Dash.
like, send out 72 TIE fighters on that Corellian transport. That random Corellian transport. Nine left. Yeah, this is very arcadey. This reminds me of. This is
it looks like it'd be fun.
It's kind of fun. It's funner than the other levels.
Yeah.
It's giving me a Super Star Wars vibe. Like this should all be Mode 7.
Yeah.
Oh wait, TIE bombers.
Yeah, you got a few more of those, and then that's
I didn't know
it.
they were separate in the count.
Yeah.
Just shoot them. It's a hard time when they're close.
Six more.
Oh my god. Stop that incessant racket. The blaster, it's just like...
Well, you're holding down the button, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Woo!
So was it the first 3 levels?
Yeah, I think so.
Nice.